Winners find that something. And when they find that something, that's when they become a winner all the time. It took the losses to find the wins. That's why it's okay. What's up, everybody? Welcome back to another episode of the Tyren Johnson Show. My name is Tyren Johnson, professional basketball player, currently playing in Nancy, France, in my 14 years as a professional basketball player. On this show, I try to touch on mental toughness and personal development. Today's topic, I'm talking about why I don't get mad after losses anymore. It's a big conversation. When I talk to guys about this, guys instantly raise their nose like, whoa, what you talking about? You don't get mad after losses. Many players get mad after losses. I rarely do. Guys put so much emphasis on wins and losses, but they don't put that same focus and emphasis on daily habits, right? And that's what I'm gonna get into today, right? So after games, I see sad faces during a loss, and I'm just like, what are you sad for? Like, if we're losing consistently, there's a reason, right? I'm not really sad in most situations because I have a good idea if we're gonna win the game or lose the game before the game even starts, right? I'm typically calm and humble in defeat. At the end of Kobe's career, he talked about how he was as a teammate and how he had to change how he was as a teammate because it didn't help them get wins. You see, we got this environment around sports where you're judged by your wins and your rings when those things really don't matter as an athlete. What matters as an athlete is the relationships you build, being able to compete at the highest level, and the experiences you experience that you can cherish for a lifetime. That should be the epitome of an athlete, not wins or losses, because wins and losses, that's a team. Basketball is a team sport, but we seem to judge players as individuals. When we talk about the greats, we talk about, well, this person got this amount of championships and this person got this amount of championships, but that team has that amount of championships. Not just because Jordan was on a team and won a championship. No, that's not the case. Not just because Brown was on that team and won a championship. No, that's not the case. They had a collective, from coaching to role players to GMs to assistant GMs to the managers to the president. It's so much that goes into winning a championship. To go ahead and just make one person responsible for it, it's a bit asinine in my opinion. The first point I want to make is I pay attention to how we prepare. One of the reasons I don't get mad after losses anymore is because I pay attention to how we prepare. What does practice look like? Is it intense? If we don't have intensity in practice, how are we going to have intensity during the game, right? Are we holding guys accountable? Are we able to look a guy in his face and say, you're not giving 120? And if you're not giving 120, you better be damn good. This team better be damn good. Because what's happening today and what I've learned as I get older in this profession is that guys become too cool. I'm talking about walking on the court, jogging, no sense of urgency. We don't talk. I'm like, whoa, what's going on here? As I get older and see teams, I'm like, this is starting to become less and less. Guys are more centric focused, just focus on themselves and their brand. Boy, you don't have no brand if you're not performing, and you need a team to perform. So I'm not surprised if we're losing, if we don't have those things. If practice isn't intense, I don't expect intensity during the game. You got to consistently show up. Who's coming to practice ready to show up? So many people be like, practice ain't this practice. I need you to show up for the game. Well, to show up for the game, you have to practice. There's only a select few of guys that's that good to just show up for the games. If you're playing overseas, you're not that guy, right? If you're in the NBA, you're making hundreds of millions, okay, cool. But if you're overseas, you're probably gonna make the top guys getting like 3 or 4 million. You should be making triple in America, right? So no guys underneath that should be saying, yo, I'm not giving it 120. If you're not showing up for me in practice, I don't trust you to show up for me in the games. That's just how I see it, right? If you're not showing up for me, if you faking injuries, if you dogging the plays, I don't trust you. So anything you say after that don't matter. If you're the leader or the captain of the team, whatever you say to me don't matter, because you don't show up. If you're the best player on the team, it don't matter because you don't show up. You have to show up consistently. If y'all not showing up, then I'm not surprised when we lose, right? If I'm the best player and I know that I haven't been giving my all, I'm not surprised when we lose. So many times we just say, good job, or we say, we can do better. But most of the time we say good job for things that don't deserve a good job because we're afraid to be confrontational. So in practice, you'll see something like a bad pass. And you might hear a teammate say, good pass. Bro, it's a bad pass. Like, I'm not about to reward bad habits with good compliments. It's okay to tell him, bro, that was a bullshit pass. I'm not finna tell him, bro, that was a great sprint when he was going half speed. I've seen him sprint harder. Like, no, what are you afraid of, greatness? You're afraid to get the best out of your teammates? You're afraid to get the best out of your players as a coach? What are you afraid of? You're afraid of greatness? Because everybody's lives is on the line here. You get better, I get better. You get better, the team. We get better, the team gets better. Team get better, everybody's pockets get better. So I'm expecting greatness from you, right? But it got to come from the higher ups. You want to be the best player on your team. You want to be a leader on your team. So you got to lead by example. You got to show up. You got to expect greatness. That's the only way you can call greatness from other people. If you're not being an example of greatness, you got to shut the hell up. It is what it is. So many times we're afraid to be honest with each other, when I think that honesty would help that player more than it would help you. Oh, I'm sorry. Honesty would help that player more than it would hurt the player. Because that player getting that honest criticism, it's going to help the team. And we're going to win. Second point, why I don't get mad after losses anymore, is because it's a part of sports. Losing is a part of sports. You can only do two things in sports: win or lose, right? That's all it is, right? And you can't let fans and media control your emotions. They love you today and they hate you tomorrow. It's a big problem with sports, man. We only focus on the wins and losses, right? You can't let these people in the media control your narrative. You know, these people don't really know basketball. Some fans will tell you, yo, you're not doing your role. They don't know your role. Many times we don't even know our role. So how a fan is going to tell us our role? These fans, if you're winning, they're going to love you. If you're losing, they're going to hate you. That's just the bottom line. That's just what it is. That's part of the game. That's part of the business. It is what it is. You cannot let the media get to you. Losing is a part of sports. Winning and losing is not only in basketball, it's also in life. Those same media outlets and fans have lost a bunch of time in life too. Like, guys are calling you losers and they're losing. These guys that are coming to the games and that are criticizing you are losing in life every day. So many of these guys want to quit their jobs. So many of these guys have no authority in their household. So many of these people are struggling in relationships, with their jobs, financially, spiritually, mentally, physically. People are losing all the time in life, and they're trying to hold you to a different standard, and you're letting that affect your emotions. You cannot let these people affect your emotions, because these people are human just like you, right? You don't win all the time at nothing. Right? You show me a person that win all the time at something, I'll give you $1,000. You're gonna lose at some point, right? So we got to get over this mentality of, oh man, I'm frustrated, I'm sad, I can't walk, I can't eat because I'm losing. Bro, get over yourself. It's basketball. It's a game. You're going to lose, right? Third point of why I don't get mad after losses anymore is because there's always a lesson in a loss. I don't call them L's for loss. I call them L's for lesson. Losing is a representation of you one way or the other. It could be no talent, bad management, etc. Losing is something about the loss that highlights who you are. So you got to find a lesson in these losses so that you can find out where it's at, where's the cancer, where's the assignment, where's the offensive attack, where's the defensive attack, rotations, what type of zone we gonna play. Do we bring energy? Are we holding? Like, it's gonna show you who you are. And you keep watching the games over and over, you're gonna see, oh, we're not getting back on defense. Oh, we're not rebounding. Oh, we're not talking. It's gonna be something. You see, winners find that something. And when they find that something, that's when they become a winner all the time. It took the losses to find the wins. That's why it's okay. It's not the end of the day, because you always have tomorrow. If you win all the time, great, so be it. But if you lose and you can't handle it, come on, man. We got some work to do, right? Losing is good data to start winning. You can find your weakness better. That's just what I explained. That was my second point on the bullet board. But use the data. See where you're struggling at and become better, right? It builds character. It usually brings you to your lowest point. Then you could appreciate it when you're at your highest point. When you're losing, you're at your low. So all you can do is look up, right? We can't look no lower. We're already at the bottom. All we can do is look up. See, it gets tough when you up and you got to look down, because everybody's trying to come up. So it's hard. But when you trying to look up, everybody around you is down. You trying to get up. I can outwork you. Yeah. I can be on a trampoline longer than you. I can be on a treadmill longer than you. I can outlift you. I can out hustle you. I can outshoot you. I can get past you. It's when I'm at the top, that's when I have to make sure I don't let them rise to my level. So use losing as an advantage, right? Don't let it be a hindrance. So in conclusion, I'll say, I don't get sad when we lose because of how I prepare. I know I give my best to prepare. That's all you can do. If you prepare good and still lose, that's part of sports. If you lose and prepare bad, then you have to take that accountability. I'm not getting mad if I prepared and gave everything when I went on the court. But I will feel bad if I know that I left some things in the tank, if I know that I took some days off during the week, if I know that I'm not focused on my assignments. Yes, I'm going to feel bad after loss. That's because I'm more frustrated with myself than I am with the game. You're a human. Losses happen. Thanks for watching the show. If you like this episode, please subscribe to the channel, like the video. If you're listening on Spotify or Apple Podcasts, subscribe. Don't forget, tell a friend to share this. Share my shorts. Follow me on Instagram. Follow me on Twitter. Share everything, man. Let's build this community up and keep growing. Every day make them pay until one day you live a truth life. I'm out.